McCulloch disappointed not to be in the race for the gold medal.
Begun for the start of the final for 7th to 12th place in the women's Keirin. And the Durney rolls past the riders and they will form up behind them. It is Carly McCulloch, Zhong Chan-Chi, Emma Heinze, Li Wai-Ji, Daniela Garshola and Darisham Labour, the riders in this race. And Emma Heinze, we haven't seen her do this at any stage in the series of races. She's taken up position right behind the Durney.
Yeah, she wants to stay out of trouble. We've seen so much confusion at the back of the race in the previous heats of the women's Keirin. It's Heinze that's behind the Durney. Following her is Carly McCulloch from Australia.
She's the world champion, is Emma Heinze, but she's not going to have a chance to become an Olympic champion, racing for the minor placings here. So it's Heinze, then it's Carly McCulloch, Li Wai-Ji, Zhong Chan-Chi, then it's Darisham Labour, and the Mexican, Daniela Garshola, who makes a move from the back as the Durney will pull off very shortly. And the racing's on.
And Garshola from Mexico. She's had a fall, but she's on the front. Heinze behind McCulloch. They are looking for 7th to 12th place in this final in the Keirin.
They go through now with Zhong Chan-Chi from China on the top of the track. Heinze and McCulloch in a wheel. Long charge here from Zhong Chan-Chi. Garshola has work to do from the back, but Zhong Chan-Chi from China is in a great position. Emma Heinze is marking her every move.
Well, Heinze trying to come over the top, and I think she does. Carly McCulloch as well.
Li Wai-Ji on the top of the track there, McCulloch as well, but Heinze is looking strong. Li Wai-Ji's going to push hard, but Emma Heinze will take the win.
Yeah, strong ride from Emma Heinze to take 7th place at the Olympic Games.
So Heinze, Li Wai-Ji, Carly McCulloch, Labour, Garshola, Zhong Chan-Chi. Well, she was the world champion in Berlin on home track last year, so not quite the result she was hoping for.
As we see the replay here coming down the home straight, Emma Heinze from Germany throws for the line to take 7th place. Keirin racing changed so much now. The Durney brings them up to 45 kilometres per hour with 3 laps to go, so you have to have a very long sprint. You can see the positions change in the very final 20 metres, 10 metres of the race. Well, the German coach just wishing that Emma Heinze was actually in the ride-off for the gold.
The first gold medal of day 4 at the Izu Velodrome to be decided in the women's Keirin. This is the start. This for the final. 2 Canadians, Lauriane Genest and Kelsey Mitchell. And it's Shanae Grace-Panix of the Netherlands, Ellis Andrews from New Zealand, Lyubia Basova from the Ukraine, and Olena Starikova from Ukraine. Well, this is a field, and what an opportunity beckons here. A new Olympic champion will be crowned. This Andrews was 21, 5th at the World Championships. And Ebris Panix, the 30-year-old, silver at the World Championships in 2015. Kelsey Mitchell, the bronze at the Pan American Championships in 2019. Lyubia Basova, 5th in Rio. And the European champion, Olena Starikova, who's shown great form thus far.
Be anyone's final Now, just moments before the Derny winds up and comes past the riders at 25 kilometres per hour. He'll build it up to 45 kilometres per hour over 3 laps, and then the race will be on for the gold medal.
The gun goes for the gold medal in the women's Keirin. And the riders line up behind the Derny, Sarikova, Basova, Mitchell and Janese, Braspanix and Andrews. These are the riders contesting for the gold medal here in Tokyo 2020.
Well, the 2 riders of Ukraine, they went first and second behind the Derny and both went through to the final, so they're taking that position again. It'll be interesting to see if one rider is actually sacrificing for the other. There's 2 Canadians in the race as well. Braspanix from Netherlands, and great to see the New Zealander in there as well, Elise Andrews.
Elsie Mitchell is the 3rd rider, the first of the Canadians in this. Olena Starikova is right behind the Derny. Basova in the blue helmet for Ukraine. Then it's Mitchell, Braspanix, Andrews. And the second of the Canadians, Janese.
Well, I think Kelsey Mitchell has been one of the fastest riders. The Derny will come off, and the race is on the last 3 laps.
Be tactical here as Starikova is looking over her shoulder. No one's going yet.
Kelsey Mitchell decides she needs to pass Starikova. Going the long way round. Braspanix in a good position here.
Rikova goes through the line. They've got 2 to go. Kelsey Mitchell on the front. Braspanix on her wheel. Elise Andrews like to go from long. She's on the top of the track here for New Zealand.
A very long way for the New Zealand to come around. It's Braspanix and Kelsey Mitchell. The New Zealander now into second place. Elise Andrews. It's looking good for the Dutch woman out in front.
Braspanix and Andrews. Who's it going to be? Here they go. It's Braspanix who's going to take gold for the Netherlands. Andrews gets silver for New Zealand. A brilliant, brilliant ride. And it's Janese who takes the bronze for Canada. Well, glory for the Netherlands. What a ride.
Braspanix, more Dutch power. The Dutch know there's more to come. They are absolutely delighted with that gold medal.
Well, they are, and so is Elise Andrews with her silver medal for New Zealand. What a ride by the 21-year-old. But there is your gold medalist in the women's Keirin. Renee Braspanix, the silver medalist is Elise Andrews, who's absolutely delighted with that.
Well, it's so tough with funding in New Zealand. It means so much to be a medalist at the Olympic Games. Takes a lot of pressure off. It means a lot. There's the 3rd place Canadian rider. It's Lauriane Genst. But Braspanix cannot believe it.
Well, what a games the Dutch are having here. We'll have another look at this race.
Yeah, I thought Kelsey Mitchell there from Canada would have been a force to reckon with, but she did get boxed in. Braspanix came around the 2 Ukraine riders. Elise Andrews may have wanted to stay on the wheel a little bit longer before trying to come out. But what a delight for those riders. Gold, silver and bronze. It's Braspanix, the New Zealander, Elise Andrews, and from Canada, Lauriane Genst. So the Dutch are really showing their power this year at the Tokyo Olympics on the track sprint events.
Well, fantastic. She's absolutely blown away by the performance here, as is this young lady from New Zealand. Superb riding all the way through. She's been aggressive. She's taken it from the front. And confirmation of the gold medal to Netherlands, Shanae Braspanix, with Elise Andrews taking the silver for New Zealand and Lauriane Janese from Canada, the bronze medalist in the women's Keirin.